Hey, what's up, everybody? So, yesterday was interesting. If you didn't see, I posted a video called 318 is hard and that Path of Exile will never be the same. Apparently, it was very controversial. Intent was for me to talk about it from a more objective standpoint, the difficulty of the arch nemesis modifiers. I did say that I enjoyed them, but that it was hard and it was okay to not enjoy them. That it felt like it was in line with GGG's general design philosophy, and it was going back to the original way that the game was designed. I was just trying to say, hey, let's analyze this, let's look at it. I presented some solutions with, purity of elements, try to aim for this much life, etc., try to play a little bit more carefully. And yeah, I got compared to a Nazi sympathizer for saying that. So yay. It is hard. I acknowledge that it's hard, and I understand that some people don't enjoy it. Perhaps I buried the lead on the positive side of that message a little bit too much. Lesson learned there. But I want to thank all of the people who had constructive comments, and I want to clarify my stance here. If we want to talk about specifics, 100%. It's funny, I was going through the comments yesterday. They thought they were angrily attacking me, and they thought they were angrily attacking my point. And the thing is, yesterday, I didn't make a point. Right? That's what they're missing. I wasn't trying to make a point. I was just trying to look at it from a more objective perspective. So a lot of people were writing like pretty heated comments saying like, oh, the new player experience sucks. And I'm like, hell yeah, I agree. New player experience really sucks. I want GGG to work on a new player experience. I want them to have a real nice onboarding tutorial that you can opt into. Maybe is turned on by default. I think stunning Roas in the mudflats was a mistake. Like, I really want, especially Act 1 through 3, to be a very smooth ramp up and make the game more approachable for new players. Someone who I look up to, Josh Strife Hayes, this is a big part of his Worst MMO Ever series, where he really emphasizes the new player experience of the game. And one of the themes that he has is asking the question, why is this game dead/dying? And, often the answer is they haven't added new player content or looked at the new player experience whatsoever in years and years and years. And I think Path of Exile has that problem. I would absolutely love for them to overhaul the first 3 acts. And, clearly, I think they're waiting until PoE 2 for this, unfortunately. But the only way this community is going to grow and get stronger is by making the new player experience better. So 100%, I agree with you, everyone that said that. I don't think Arch Nemesis modifiers in Act 1 being that difficult with the Roas was a good thing. Point number 2, arch nemesis modifiers that disable certain build archetypes shouldn't be in the game. Guess what? I agree. Especially certain very, very toxic combinations that, with invulnerability and all that stuff that is like very, very close to impossible to handle for a lot of different, traditional build archetypes. 100% agree. And then point number 3, rewards should equal the difficulty of the encounter. I would be insane to disagree with that, right? That's just game design 101. And I 100% agree. GGG messed up. The rewards should match that difficulty. If I'm fighting a 6 mod monster, it should be, and it's that hard, and it takes me 4x longer than the map boss, I should probably see at least like 5 chaos on average, right? If I fight something that hard. Like that feels about right. Now, I agree with GGG's stance that, there's variance. That's where a lot of the fun comes from. But we fought a lot of those monsters on Friday and yesterday morning, and we just weren't seeing those rewards, right? They did not scale the quantity remotely enough versus that difficulty, and it felt really bad to fight these super giga-charged monsters that were dropping like a couple alchemy shards. So yeah, just to clarify my stance, like a lot of people thought they were attacking me, they were downvoting the video and all that type of stuff. And I just wanted to present a little bit of taking a step back from the full knee-jerk reaction. When I woke up yesterday morning, there were already 10 videos up. Some of them did have constructive criticism, but there were ones that definitely were just leaning into some of like the controversial, hot takes, right? And my entire goal yesterday was to say, all right, let's look at this from at least like a design perspective, why GG might have done it, and here's how I interacted with it in a way that made the game more fun to me. It's really hard to have a nuanced and complex discussion between, you guys in the comments, me here, we all have our different perspectives and all that. And, my real goal is to make sure that we all are having fun with whatever we're doing. I tried to put it the best way that I could yesterday, but like I really, really want us to move away from the world where people are like, raging against video games, right? 100%. Some video games suck. They have really awful monetization practices. We should call those things out, but we also should not dedicate too much of our lives to that. Like, I don't think it's worth us to like really define our entire existences. The number of hours that people put into certain things like that. Like, if a certain patch in a certain video game sucks, 100%, like do a little feedback form or something. Can be cathartic to talk with some people on the internet about that. It is of the risk of turning into this negative spiral. It's not going to be enhancing your life in any way. Like, there will be some short-term catharsis of just like raging about something. I am saying this as sincerely as I can. Like, I talked about it in the video yesterday. I want to be going for a run right now. I want to be walking outside. I really do. And I want to encourage you guys to do that. I think it is a good, healthy thing to do. I'm not saying touch grass as a jerk. I'm saying touch grass as, it'll make your life better. And it is a sincere, good thing to do. It's a positive thing that you can do in your life. And it gives you a lot of perspective as well. I am significantly older than most of you guys on average. I don't think many of you guys know how old I actually am. And I can tell you, as someone who in his early 20s, I was part of a World of Warcraft raiding guild, going for server first, Blackwing Lair. We had to get Nefarian down. Like, oh shit, yo, you don't got your flask ready. You're the wrong spec. Get out of here. Get out of you're kicked out of the guild right now. Minus 50 DKP. Like, I was there, man. I know what that's like, be 20, 25 years old and really thinking the game is a very, very important, serious thing. I don't have many regrets in my life, but one of the biggest regrets in my life is in my early 20s, really, really taking WoW too seriously and raiding too much. Like, on the weekend, friends would invite me to go out and do stuff. We would have just molten core raids on our alternate characters. Just meaningless stuff, right? Like, my main was already fully T3'd out. We full cleared Nax. I beat the game in vanilla, right? I couldn't get my brain away from the game. And so like when I say things like, go out, let's go outside and take a step away from the game. I'm really saying it from like, I'm almost 40 years old, and I've looked back at the things in my life and the perspectives and the stuff that was negative to me. And that is one of my biggest regrets. And from the people that are like hard raging right now about, if the game's too hard and it sucks, man, I feel you. If the game feels bad, like I felt that with my game Overwatch. I mean, this is Hearthstone, but same thing with Hearthstone, right? Like I felt that with Overwatch. They added Brigitte to the game, Brigitte to the game, and I was a Tracer player. And if you know what that felt like on launch, yeah, I felt betrayed and I was sad. Like that was a big emotional feeling there. The only thing I can say is it's only healthy to take a step back, right? Like that the fact that guy made that comment to me yesterday is like, I mean, I feel bad for him, right? Like if you get that angry, or maybe you just thought he was edgy or something, right? If you have those types of feelings and you feel like that's an okay thing to do about a video game patch, and you don't like the difficulty of a video game patch, I don't know, man, right? Like that there's just no world where that's healthy. I just am trying to present a balanced middle point of a viewpoint, but for specific criticisms, like I am on your side, on your guys' side. Like for 90% of those criticisms, I am right there with you. But I think the healthiest thing for us to do is put them in a constructive fashion and word it the right way and use our time and our emotional connection with things in a positive way, so we're just happier, right? Like I just want you guys to be happier. That's all I'm looking for. I feel like I would be very irresponsible if I was leaning into the circle jerk of rage, right? And I just want to make us all I just want to present that middle of the road perspective, show both sides of the balance there. Just try to get the game to a better place. Thank you all for watching until the end here. Really appreciate, you actually sticking through. That video yesterday, the average view duration was like 40% of the video. So thank you so much for hanging out, and glad that you made it through this, and hopefully you're getting a little bit more of a nuanced view of my perspective here. There's always more than meets the eye. I can never get across everything in a 10-minute video. and no one's going to watch a 45-minute video on my thoughts on Arch Nemesis. So we just got to keep it bite-sized and try to address specifics. And yeah, hopefully 3.18 ends up being really, really fun and we all enjoy it. But if it's not, sincerely, please find a game that you enjoy, find something that you enjoy, make your life a little bit better and be a little bit happier. So yeah, I'm going to go get ready for the stream. Thank you for watching, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.